Hello. Hi there. Welcome. Let me just fix this a little. Okay, there we go. That's better. Oh, how's everybody? I hope you're doing well. I'm going to just give a minute here because I've let people on Facebook know that I'm over here today because I'm starting to feel like I want to just bring my practice to YouTube and kind of start to use YouTube more for my daily devotion videos. I always appreciate everyone who comes in and comments and shares their thoughts on what we have going on over here. And what we have going on right now this month is devotion to Prajna Paramita. And the devotion to Prajna Paramita is with the recitation of the Edward Kahn's translation of the Heart Sutra. And this is my favorite personally. I love this particular translation, and we're going to just dive right in. Homage to the perfection of wisdom, the lovely, the holy. Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, was moving in the deep course of the wisdom which has gone beyond. He looked down from on high. He beheld but 5 heaps, and he saw that in their own being they were empty. Speaking to his disciple, he said, "Hear, O Shariputra, form is emptiness, and the very emptiness is form. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form does not differ from emptiness. Whatever is emptiness, that is form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, and consciousness. Here, O Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They are not produced or stopped, not defiled or immaculate, not deficient or complete. Therefore, O Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, nor feeling, nor perception, nor impulse, nor consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. No forms, sounds, smells, tastes, touchables, or objects of mind, no sight organ element, and so forth, until we come to no mind consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so forth, until we come to there is no decay and death, and no extinction of decay and death. There is no suffering, no origination, no stopping, and no path. There is no cognition, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, O Shariputra, it is because of non-attainmentness that a bodhisattva, having relied on the perfection of wisdom, dwells without thought coverings. In the absence of thought coverings, she has not been made to tremble. She has overcome what can upset, and in the end, she attains to nirvana. All those who appear as Buddhas in the 3 periods of time, fully awake to the utmost right and perfect enlightenment, because they have relied on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, one should know the Prajna Paramita as the great spell, the spell of great knowledge, the utmost spell, the unequaled spell, a layer of all suffering in truth. For what could go wrong? By the Prajna Paramita has this spell been delivered. It runs like this. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, buddhi soha. Gone, gone, gone beyond, gone altogether beyond. Oh, what an awakening, all hail. This completes the heart of perfect wisdom. So, the other thing that we're doing this month is we are working with the guidance cards. Oops, can you see it? There we go. Guidance cards created here in Mount Shasta by Alu Gutmila. It's so many cards that it's difficult to shuffle. Card number 9. Your desire and determination is what magnetizes your manifestations. Wishing and hoping for a thing or something to happen doesn't create enough drawing power. Take a stand of mastery within yourself. Picture your desire with love, contemplate it, and just feel heartfelt appreciation for everything you are and everything you have. Hold a fierce, positive, determined stand, and then release it to the universe for your highest best to manifest. And the affirmation today is I am grateful for divine timing as the perfect, and then whatever thing comes to me, thing happens, situation arises. I think that the language around the power of manifestation sometimes can seem a little deceiving because we all know what it's like to yearn, hope, wish, desire, and still not have something fulfilled. And then the risk, because of the overculture that we're in, is that we will end up with feeling like we did something wrong because we weren't able to manifest. So when that happens and we kind of get into that, like, well, I put everything I had into it, why didn't it happen? Then that can kind of lead down a path of a lot of like storytelling. Like, did I do something wrong? Is the divine mad at me? Did is there something about what I did that, I should have done differently? Maybe if I try again, maybe there's a different answer. Sometimes it's a matter of timing. Sometimes it's a matter of there's just something that is better or is necessary that's happening. Sometimes it's that you're truly not ready to handle the thing. Like, if you really think about it, we might all wish to win the lottery, but if we did, do we know who we would call for financial advice of what to do with it? Maybe before we could manifest winning the lottery, we need to kind of have a sense in ourselves of, I would have somewhere to put this if it came to me. I would know what I was going to do. And then it's not just like a distant wish, but where you start thinking and you go over it and you problem solve and you sort of set a thought process in motion. I feel like that is where our true liberation is. I feel like that is where the freedom is when we allow our manifestation to be a beautiful daydream rather than something that we're bearing down on. Because where else do we bear down? We bear down on things when it's like we're in pain or when we're pushing at something in our lives or we're feeling an assertive impulse is where we bear down. But when we're coming from a place of gratitude, happiness, a sense of thought process and strategy, a sense of beautiful dream with details, fleshing it out, then I feel like we ourselves feel more ready to receive the manifestation. And then from there, maybe there's some other arising that can happen or that we notice. One of the things that I have really sat with over the years about manifestation is this question. Is manifestation a birthing, or is manifestation the ability to perceive something that we couldn't perceive before? This is my core question. Are we creating something out of nothing, or are we creating something out of the energetic elements available to us in the universe? Or are we now able to perceive something that was there all along that we just couldn't perceive before or access before? It's a tough question. I think in the beginning of my journey, I felt more to the one, like that I was birthing things. But now, through my years of research and witnessing other things coming into manifestation and how those manifestations have gone, now where I'm at, I think a little more to the side of, oh, all of this was always here, and now I can perceive it and now I can access it. And I think that the true lesson of the Heart Sutra is that actually none of this is here. None of it is being manifested. None of it is being either birthed or perceived. There is no perceiver. There is nothing to be perceived. There's no element of perception. There's just non-conceptual suchness, and it is in the state of dreaming, and I am part of it, and I am part of its dream, and I am also a co-dreamer with it. So that's sort of where I've landed with manifestation after 20 plus years of listening to this language of manifestation and just having an uneasy relationship with the language of it, wanting to figure out with precision what it actually is. That's our short bit for today, if that's what you were here for. And I hope it was useful in some way. Hi, good morning, Kat. Now we're going to dive into practice with 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And today I'd like us to hold for all of the people whose homes and lives, even potentially, are lost in the fire in Southern California, sending cooling, healing rains to them, sending a calming of the winds to them, sending comfort and repair to them. And let's recite the 4 immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balanced point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Kuan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Kuan Yin, remain in samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma until suffering is ceased. 108 recitations now of Namo Guanxi and Pusa, calling out to Kuan Yin and asking her to awaken compassion in our hearts. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin 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 Pusa. And a brief prayer for the Mani reciter of Calm by Gyaltse Tokme Zangpo. Lama Dankun Chiksum Lak Chatsalo, Dakni Chanchutni Por Chike Bar, Gangdang Gangdu Kipa de Dang Der, Tadu Tuje Champo Chatzinching, Gusum Gewe Chala Chaparsho, Jamdang Ning Je Champo Kun Lang Ne, Tuje Champo Duljar Gapana, Lame Changchup Chala Go Pechir, Tuje Champo Trin Leje Parsho. From now until I reach the essence of awakening, wherever I may be reborn, in that place, may I always follow the great compassionate one and dedicate my body, speech, and mind to virtue, inspired by loving kindness and supreme compassion, in order to lead all Mahakarunika's followers to supreme and unsurpassable awakening. May I carry out the great compassionate one's activity. Lama Dankun Shiksum Lak Chaksalo, Dakni Changchutni Por Chike Bar, Gandang Gangdu Kipa de Dangder, Tadu Tuje Champo Chatsin Shin, Gusum Gewe Chila Chaparsho, Jamdang Ninje Champo Kunlangne, Tuje Champo Duljar Girpanam, Lame Changchuchala Go Pechir, Tuje Champo Trinleje Parsho. "108 recitations now of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out the light from our hearts to cooling, to rain, to a dimming of the wind, to the cessation of the fires in Southern California. Compassion for all those impacted." Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lamadachin Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshe Wangmo be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Kuan Yin in our hearts. Namo Guan Yin Pusa. And we close with bow to Kuan Yin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. Wishing everyone a good day. Be back tomorrow. Bye.